Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Glad you're stopping in. I have a rather small haul for you today, but it's a beautiful haul, mostly pink and green depression wear, and as you can see, I have dressed for the occasion. Hope you enjoy. Here, I did not thrift. It actually belongs to a friend of mine, Don. He's 86 years old, although you would never know it. And he's downsizing, and he asked me if I would sell some things for him, and this one fit this video, so I put this one in. It is an anchor hocking in the Mayflower pattern, Mayflower pink, also known as open rose, dated between 1931 and 1937. They came in pink and green, amethyst, cobalt blue, and red. They have been making reproductions of this piece since 1997, and I'm going to show you a few ways how you can tell that this one is original and not a repro. First, if you look on the lids of the cookie or biscuit jars, there should be 4 sides here and 8 sides here on the knob. It's called an 8-sided lid. The newer ones are 6-sided lids. And another very easy way to tell if it's original is to turn it over. It's a little wet. If you see a round circle here, it's original. If you see nothing here, just all flat, then you know it's a repro. I'm going to ask about $35 for this piece. There's a couple little nicks and cracks here, but we'll see what we can do. And Don was telling me when he dug it out of the box, his mother's tiny little shoe was about this big, was in the biscuit jar. This was his grandmother's. I think I'm going to try and get Don back on, maybe put him on camera a little bit, and he can talk about what's in some of those other boxes. This piece up for 75 cents. It does have a few chips in it, but I wanted it anyways. How can you pass it up for 75 cents? It's depression wear. It's a juice reamer, obviously, and it is uranium glass or Vaseline glass. Vaseline glass is kind of a nickname for uranium glass that wasn't really in use until the 1950s, and they started calling it Vaseline glass because it kind of resembled Vaseline. With a few chips on here, I would imagine I could probably get about $10 for it. I'm not quite sure of the maker. Many different companies made it. Hocking Company being the first one that comes to mind to me. I did pick up a few of these depression wear items in thrift stores, but pickings have really been slim now right around the holidays. I think that they're just trying to sell what they have and they're not bringing in new things. So I took myself over the other day. Right around the corner is Renninger's Flea Market. I think it's the largest flea market in Florida. I don't usually go there. It's very crowded, not a crowd person, but I was kind of determined to see what they have and maybe do a little bargaining. I kind of find bargaining to be fun. I'm kind of good at it. You can't do that in thrift stores. So off I went by myself, and I did put a couple bundles together, and these two Jane Ray Jadeite Fire King pitchers were creamers were part of a bundle I put together. They date between 1945 and 1963. He was originally asking $15 for each of them. I did bundle it with some other things you're going to see in the video later. I think I'm going to sell one for $20 and hang on to one for myself. I found this cone-shaped footed sherbet dish at Renninger's. I found this with another piece I bundled together. They were asking $5 for this, and the other piece, I think they were asking $20. I got both pieces for $15. Anyways, this is Federal Depression wear, 1932, 1939. The pattern is Madrid green, and it is uranium. They sell for about $7 to $10. No chips, no cracks, really nice shape. Picked up these pieces at Nana's Thrift Cottage, which is where the only thrift store, if I mention thrift store, it's Nana's Thrift Cottage. And I said in the last video, I think they were probably from the same owner, as these two pieces are the same. And I'm going to start with this one. It's Jeannette floral. You can see how beautiful it is. It's called poinsettia because you can see the flower looks like a poinsettia, but the leaves do not. But it's most commonly known as that. 1931 to 1935. It also came in green, it came in amber, crystal, the delphite, I think red, yellow, and that's about it. The pink and the green being the most common. Right here I have a 10 1/4 inch oval tray or platter in perfect condition. I think I paid $5 for this. I paid $4 for this. It's a divided relish tray, which I think would be beautiful in a bathroom as a vanity tray. It's 8 1/4. I think I'm going to sell them for $30 for the set, or $35 for the set, excuse me. Let me show you the back. I paid $10 for this 7-inch, 36-ounce pitcher. It's kind of a gift for myself. This time of year, I kind of like to buy gifts for myself. This is, I think, one of 3. Anyway, it was made by Jeannette. The pattern's called Cherry Blossom. Dates between 1930 and 1939. They came in pink, green, as you see here, and blue delphite, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a blue milk glass. This, again, has been reproduced. It was reproduced first in the early 70s and again in the late 1990s. And they're very easy to tell the difference. I'm going to give you a few clues right here, and then we're going to show you a picture of the new pitcher and the old pitcher. The older pitchers have a very well-defined raised pattern of cherries. The cherries cover pretty much completely. On the newer ones, they're kind of scattered, and they really look fake. They don't have as much of this 3D look here. Also, you can see right here the rim, the bottom rim is scalloped, not so on the new ones. And if you turn it over and count the bottom, the cherries on the bottom here, if you find 9, then you'll know it's an old one. If you find, I believe it's 6, yep, 6, then you'll know it's a repro. Again, this is uranium glass. It is in beautiful condition. They sell online for about $24. I think that's kind of an average for that piece. 9 cherries on the bottom of the originals and 7 on the repros. Macbeth Evans in the Sweetheart Pink, American Sweetheart Pink to be exact pattern. Dates between 1930 and 1936. American Sweetheart was named for the American sweetheart of the day, which was Mary Pickford. I love Macbeth Evans depression wear, and especially pink, but I don't collect the bowls, and I have enough items now that I'm not about to start. I paid $1 for it. I think I'm going to ask about $6. They don't sell for all that much. This one's in perfect condition, or relatively perfect condition. No chips and no cracks whatsoever. I picked this up at my friend Richard's booth at Renninger's. I love going and talking to him. He's an older gentleman, and he's been collecting depression ware and carnival glass for 50 years, so he's fun to talk to. Anyway, I bundled this beautiful piece with those 2 jadeite pitchers you saw before, and this again is Jeannette Floral, aka the poinsettia pattern, only in a green uranium, 1931, 1935. It is in perfect condition. There are no chips, no cracks on here. He was originally asking $60 for this covered casserole alone. I was able to purchase this casserole and the 2 jadeite Jane Ray pieces for $50. As I said, I'm going to keep one of the jadites, sell one. I think I'm going to have to sell this covered bowl because I did spend a lot of money, and they sell for about $40 in perfect condition, as is this one. This gorgeous marigold iridescent pitcher was part of the bundle that I got at Renninger's with the Madrid sherbet. I paid $15 for the both of them. Never seen this pattern before. It's stunning. Did a little research, found out it was made by a company I never even heard of before, Sowerby Glassworks, and they were in England, Gateshead-on-Tyne in the northeast of England to be exact. Founded by John Sowerby in the early 1800s. They eventually went out of business in 1972, but basically they stopped producing, I think, in the late 1950s. This dates to the 1920s, possibly into the early 1930s. They're glassware, they're marigold, they called Sun Glow. And this is referred to as diamond point pinwheel. And that's the pinwheels right there on the bottom. They were mostly exported to Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. So I guess you don't find all that many pieces here in the United States. I'm gonna ask, I think they sell in the, not as much as I would have thought. If I decide to sell it, probably be in the 20 range. Perfect condition. I couldn't believe I saw these Fire King jadeite swirl bowls sitting in the thrift store, and especially in such perfect condition. They were packed together. They were listed at $15. I had to pick them up. They are in beautiful condition, 1950s. We have an 8-inch here and a 7-inch here, and I'd like to hang on to them, but I kind of collect the bead edge bowl, so I'm probably going to put these swirl ones up for sale. I think I'm going to ask $32 for the set. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, the thrift haul, and I just wanted to show you my dining room table here. I have it set up with my holiday hostess set that my sister gave me. There's only a few of the pieces and some of my other pieces. It's kind of a display. When I use it, I will put these glasses away and replace them with ones that don't have their sticker. Thank you again for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, leave me a comment, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye. 99% of it as pink. Welcome back to me.